personally, for me, I think this is an area that we should be looking a lot more into, how to use music as a resource for good and for change and for integration, because surprisingly, it is not just a commercial commodity. I know most of us here, that is usually our primary focus, but I think if we get back to why we got into music, it was usually a very powerful emotional connection to something or a memory that is completely held with a song. So I want to introduce you to some incredible people who are doing some truly phenomenal things with their lives, and I hope you are as inspired by their stories as we were. Right, do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Should I start? Yeah. My name is Julia Sandwall, and I'm originally a musician, mostly a violinist, both classical and folk music, and also jazz improvisation. I've been educating lots of young people during the years, also helping them producing things. But since like 6 years back, I'm mostly working as a project manager, for example, for musical festivals, competitions, but I've also been working with theater. And right now I'm working as a national coordinator for the music project especially for young unaccompanied kids in Sweden, and it's called Songlines, and it's a great, great project. And this is my colleague, Mohammad.
Well, my name is Mohammad Jawshani, or Jawshani in my language. I'm originally from Afghanistan, came to the Sweden 2011, December. So by myself, a lone refugee. And now I'm working with a project, it names Songlines. With this project, so we are going to help the new young people in Sweden to integrate them in the society.
Hello, my name is Hamsa. Hamsa in Arabic, but in English mean whisper. But actually I'm not a whisper. I'm a singer, I'm Oriental singer. Originally I'm from Syria, as I told you, and right now I'm based in UK. I had a lot of stuff in Syria, but the main things why I'm here, because I am nearly 2 years ago, I started work with Gorillas, if you know Damon album. So we had a lot of experience with Africa Express and with Damon. So this is why people start talk about our music. We had a tour with Syrian Orchestra of Syrian musician, and we had an album after we finished that tour. So yeah.
Awesome. I feel very unaccomplished sitting next to you guys, I have to say. So, Julia and Mohammed, can you tell us a little about, what is Songlines and how did the organization come about?
Yeah. I was actually working with quite a big Swedish music competition for young people between 13 and 21 years old. It's called Musik Direkt, or nowadays it's called Imagine. And that competition also exists in other European countries by the organization Jeunesse Musicale Internationale. I was actually working with Johanna Ek, she's sitting down there, and when we call it the asylum crisis. It's not a nice name, but when it appeared in 2015, Johanna and I was working with this music competition, and we thought we nearly just have Swedish-born kids in this competition. It doesn't feel very good. And so we made a little simple tour with young musicians from other countries, going to asylum places, doing a little tour and telling about the music competition. So one of them is here today, that's Mira, you were with us then. We also had Sarkaut, he's a brilliant clarinet player from Kurdistan. He was playing his music and together with the kids. And we gave the kids in there lots of instruments so they could join. And it just took a couple of seconds, and then they started singing, they started dancing, they felt at home eventually, I think. And then we said to them, well, now the stage is yours. Do you want to do something, perform something? And we found so brilliant talents there. And we then tried to get them into our music competition. So some of them were competing, and some of them was also working with a festival. Because working with a festival or a concert is a perfect integration tool, I think. You don't have to stand on the stage, but you can work with a technique, you can make the food at the festival, and you, in a very simple way, you get new friends and you get into the society very easily. So we just found a new method, we thought. And then we actually did an application to Allmänna arvsfonden. That's a big, Swedish state thing. And we call the project Songlines. And would you like to continue a little? Because you were with us writing this application too. Yeah.
Thank you. So in that time, when I met Julia, thank you. And Johanna and the other guys in the project. So we found out that we can make, or we have to start a project to help the young people who came to Sweden with no parents. So we tried to. There was too many Skype meetings we had in that time. Too many Skype meetings. So so we just called each other, and we discussed about too many things about what we should do in this situation, and what is important for us and for these kids who are in need of help. So we found that the music is a place that we can gather people, that we can make people to come to the point to meet other people from the Sweden. So Songlines started, I can say 2016. That was the time when we were trying to write the application, and then 2017. So we get the support that gave us the opportunity. So it was a crazy money, 8.3 million crowns. So we got for this project. So we were very, very happy to get this opportunity to make something different for these kids, because now today these kids who are have experience of to come to Sweden by themselves with no parents, so they are in need of help. So I think Songlines is just a little bit of a help, so we can give them to have maybe a better day, or to have opportunities to meet other people who have maybe some the same experience. So I think music is a language that you don't need to speak, because when we are going to meet each other, to speak to each other, to understand each other, so we have to come. When I came to Sweden like a refugee, so I couldn't Swedish, I couldn't English, so I was limited. So that's why Songlines is opportunity for these children. They don't need to come Swedish, English, or other languages. When the music plays, so they are just to be there, to listen to the music, to take it from their feelings, because it's emotions which is very important, which help you and other people to to take the experiences. So when the music plays, so it will give you something that you maybe are in need, that you are going to just feeling you home, even if you are in Sweden. So I think that was uh, the main thing about the songlines. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of us in this room are incredibly privileged, and I'm an immigrant, but I had the choice to move, and I had wonderful opportunities along the way. But the life of an unaccompanied minor must be incredibly challenging. And when you arrive in a country with a completely different language and a culture, where do you even start? Like, how did you guys, these strange people with strange ways? I mean, I'm lucky I speak English, and most people here speak English, but even I have my days where I'm a bit like, what is going on here? Um, so how have you found along the way that music has been this? I mean, I think as you said it earlier, I read that music saved your life. That's quite a powerful message for people.
Um, I'm not. I just have to say that I'm not a musician, but I love music. But what the music is changing my life, what music is have the main mean for me is there are too many emotions in the music. There's something I just don't understand. What is it really in the music which feel me good, which feel me that I'm in my own country, because Sweden is now my own country, but I'm originally not from Sweden. I'm from Afghanistan. When I hear the music from Afghanistan, so I'm just feeling me in Afghanistan, but maybe just it's a feeling that I get it from the music. It's very hard to move when you don't have any choices, when it's not by yourself. Uh, when I came, so it was not my my choice. I didn't choose to move from my country to come to the Sweden because I just was I don't know, twingen. I was forced, yeah, to leave my country uh, because I couldn't be there anymore. When I came here, so it was so limited. I was like, you cannot anything here. You cannot the language. You cannot the society codes. So, uh, so you are very limited. Uh, but music is something special, something that makes you. Yeah, in the small country Uddevalla, so we have too many festivals. I managed to have to what's called training social organization. Yeah, organization. We started in 2014 to help each other. When I came here, so I didn't have any parents here. So my parents were my friends, and my friends are my family. So we started the organization to help each other. So with this organization, so we starting music festivals. In this festival, so we do different things. Now I'm a project leader with for Songlines, but when we start music festival, so it's not me who manages the festival, it's the kids. It's because it's for them we are trying to do something. So they manage the festival. It's their idea, which is important for us. So they give their ideas. Um, they say what we are going to do, what we should to do. So that is what we do. So we invite different artists from different cultures, but the majority is from Afghanistan. So it's always that we have an Afghan artist. So, but we have other artists from Sweden, from Arabic artists. So we have artists from different cultures, from different countries. So that's why it makes a point that everyone is welcome to the festivals. So we have a good gathering.
How many people can come to this party sometimes? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's last time we did it, so we had more than 700 people in the small place in Idvala. So it was too many people. So it was just crazy.
Well, it clearly shows there's a need and a passion for coming to a festival like that. I think that's great to see some that I love the proactiveness about this organization. I think you saw a problem and you saw a need and you found a really useful way to kind of give young kids, I mean, I can't imagine what that must even be like to not have parents or a home, some sort of goals and ideals. I think it's pretty magic.
Yeah.
And for you, Hamsa, I mean, you've been in England now 2 years. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't your choice to leave Syria, which was a pretty incredible country before the war started. Like, what was that transition for you like?
At the beginning, I need to say something. You said maybe sometimes music saves lives. Actually, it happens to me. Today, guys, I wanted to talk about my situation. I am Syrian and proud to be Syrian because it's a lovely country, and because of the war, you know, the first things is damage the art, especially the music, because people just going for keeping self and keep themselves like in a peace or try to protect themselves. Believe me, during the war, there is a lot of people coming to the opera house just to enjoy, to feel that we really live our life. But I'm lucky because I had that tour and then I moved to London, to UK to live there. At the beginning, I was in a small town called Leicester. I don't know anyone, lonely, no one totally. And it's normal for anyone decided to start a new life, decided to start a new start for his life. But suddenly you found yourself alone with a new culture, new language, lovely people sometimes, and sometimes not. But the problem, I was living with a lady. She tried to kill me. Yeah. She doesn't want me to stay with that house. No one can help me. No one, totally. The police, no one. Red Cross, no one. Neighbors, no one. Because totally I don't know anyone. One day I was walking through down city center, just putting my earphones and just listening to music. Suddenly, I saw falafel shop. You know falafel? I saw falafel shop. Then there is Arabic music and Syrian music. Take it off. Oh my God, they are Syrian. I can't believe that. Just run and they ask and just go and ask, are you Syrian? And when he say yes, I just cry. Oh, finally I found someone, because really it's so pain for me. No one can understand. I don't know anyone. And then he start, okay, keep calm. Are you okay? I said, yeah, I'm okay. I just wanted to know anyone. So yeah, it was so bad for me to know that I am lonely and no one can help me. Through this music, I know all the community there. I know starting knowing people. Then really, when I know some people, they know some people in Red Cross, they give me more interest, then they move me from that house. And that's it. That's how music really helped me to save my life. This is the beginning of that. This is how music related with people really love it. And also, there is so many points I face it with the music. Sometimes it makes me bad because any musician has sensitive emotion. Anything's happen to you, you feel okay, I will be fine. But because of you are sensitive, you feel like it's bigger than it. This is one of the bad things. But the others, it gives me hope because I went to a society, I go online, just searching where is music point, choirs, any stuff. Just I want to continue my life. And I found two, three choirs and just went to rehearse with them and get it. And that's it. But today, after that, I am with my husband. He is an engineer. We continue our life. He get his job in London, and I found an academy to teach there because I graduated from the Higher Institute of Music in Damascus, and I have experience with Toad. So why not? And also, I have my events with gorillas sometimes. I've met the mayor of London sometimes, and sometimes I had like a charity concerts for people just to enjoy music. Sometimes I try to help my country also. You know why? Oh, how? There is an organization said if there is any famous people, try to help. How they can help? If you are famous, I ask you to record song. I offer you the lyrics and the product, all stuff. And you register this. And then YouTube, any views, they give the money to the people. I did it also. This money goes for the children who has a cancer. And the organization called Tufula Hayat, that means child is life, something like this. So anytime I am ready to help with my music, anytime I can share my music, and it's happened. I went to Nottingham, one of the city. There is a pianist, bring his piano and just play. Then I just came and said, hello, I'm a musician. Let's go. Can you give me minor, E minor, please? They said, of course, yeah. And start singing. One of my friends just filmed me with a phone. When I put it on social media, I can't believe that people just asking, did you rehearsal with that man? Did you have a project with him? Did you? No, no, no. We just meet, make friends, chip, and that's it. That's how music receive your life or save your life, and being a language or a tool to get involved with people, get involved with your new life. For me, it's very important steps. Right now, I try to keep my accounting side and bring my music stuff, not for Oriental singing, get involved with other music. Because when I'm alone, I met a lot of people from different culture, different countries, different personality, and I touch from them that you have to be color. You have all choices. You have decide you to be here, and you have to be with. So actually, I did that, and I start looking for a musician, just jamming, doing something. Sometimes there is a small party, and there's a DJ, and said, okay, play anything. Then he play, and I improvise something. People like it, I enjoy it. That's it. Simply, music. It's so simple, so sensitive. Believe me. So sorry for talking along, but yeah, this is.
No, but I think these are such valuable stories because they highlight and illustrate just how incredibly powerful music can be. It's not just something you hear on the radio in the car. It's something that transforms people's lives. It's something that gives people a sense of where they might belong. And it also, I'm sure for you guys, you don't live in the countries you were born in, but I'm sure if you hear Afghani music or you hear Syrian music, it's incredibly heartwarming, and I'm sure it brings back lots of positive memories as well as I'm sure very sad ones. But that is a tool to connect, and it's also as the world is very disorganized these days and people are living all over the place. While you might not be with your people, you can take your music with you, and I think that's also something that's quite magical. And as you were saying, you bring it everywhere. I do. I've got a crazy mixed background. My dad is Greek, my mom is Irish. We listen to all sorts of crazy music, but it's funny how that music, no matter where you are, is a part of who you are.
I did a concert in Denmark, and half of the audience was Syrian and the others from Denmark. So I was happy because I can really touch people even they don't understand what I said. For the Syrian people, they enjoy it actually, and they said thank you because you can feel what they feel, and you make us cry and make us happy, and we can feel that we really missed our music. But the others, I was shocked actually, because there is so many people come to me and said, we don't understand what you sing about, actually, to be honest. But we can see the Syrian people, they are crazy. Sometimes they are cry, then they start dance. What you are talking about? I said, I sang a lot. So when I was singing for those people, they say thank you, because we really missed our home. When you sing, we just feel like we are here. And sometimes people think that we are in Arabic culture. They think we just sing for sad things. Someone let him down, someone far, someone die.
It does sound sad. Like even the
Yeah.
stuff I used to listen, it's like, did someone just get stabbed? What's happening over there?
No, actually, it happens. But also, we have a lot of love songs, a lot of dancing songs. Any culture has really these things. But yeah, when I did it in Denmark, as you said, the people just say we are at home, really. So it's happened.
And do you think that performing with the Syrian orchestra, because you've gone all over the place and you've had amazing backing from Damon Albarn, I mean, for most of us, we only see Syria as a war-torn country on TV. Do you think this gives people the opportunity to see Syria in a different way?
That's what I really try to do. That's what I really giving to people hope, that they can see Syrian people from the other sides. Because when I said I'm from Syria, all people, oh yeah, we know about you. No, we are strong, like anyone. Hopefully, no one feel that what we feel. Of course, it's too hard to live there. 6, 7 years or 4, it's not easy to live there. But at the same time, it's not easy to leave it. And where I am going, I try to show people that we are educated people, we have bad people, and we have fantastic people also. We have orchestra, we have opera house. The first note in the world they discovered in our country. The first letter, they give all the community, all the people start talking with language. From all small things, it's letter, and they discovered in our country. I'm so proud to be Syrian. I like my country a lot. But the problem, it's a war, and it's happened for anyone. It's not easy to live in your neighbor house. Even if that house is so comfortable and your neighbor is so good, you feel like you need to go back. But the main things, we are really so strong. And when you face yourself with that bad things in your life, you can't do what you want. The war stopped me just thinking what I have to do in the future. I just wanted to keep safe. Yeah? But I said, no, I can do something. That's why I said I'm lucky here, because there's so many people that can't go outside. Hopefully my country coming back soon, peace and safe and full of hope, and people can live their life like this. So yeah, we have very bright stuff in Syria, very bright sides, and we have educated people, we have smart people, and yeah.
And from the Songlines perspective, you deal with a lot of unaccompanied minors. By playing music from where they're from, do you think that's a way for them to retain and not forget where they came from?
Yeah, we both let the kids, how can I say, learn both each other, but also Swedish people, their own music from their roots. And we have noticed that's very, very important for them. I mean, getting their emotions out. But on the other hand, we are also working in the opposite position, also with, adult teachers, Swedish music teachers. And that thing is magical. I mean, for example, okay, I'm the coordinator of this project, so I'm coaching all the project managers all over Sweden. But me, myself, I one day I thought, I have to go down on the floor. I have to feel what Songlines is. So I actually met a young, unaccompanied guy, and he's playing the odd. And he taught me a song, a Fairuz song. Fairuz is a very famous, the most famous
Legend.
Yeah, it's a legend in Syria. He learned me that song, and I started carefully trying to learn it. something so magical happened in that moment. He was so touched that I wanted to learn his music. I tried to do those slides and things, you know.
Because we have different skills.
Yeah, you
That's
have.
why we're concert tone, and it's not easy.
Yeah. But I was like, I understood. It was somehow, I kind of understood him in a fantastic way. We didn't even know each other, but something happened in that room, magical. Then I learned him. I think it was Vem kan segla förutan vind, a typical Swedish song. And something magical happened there and then. So I don't know where I'm going right now in this conversation, but for me, it's been very important for me to understand what Songlines is about and how magical it is to get to know someone else's music and the culture. I can also just say a little story. I actually have a very good friend also from Syria. He's called Ali. He has made a movie about the war in Syria, and he needed some music to finish it and to publish it. So he asked me, and he said, "Julia, do you think you could make the music?" And I said, "Yeah, of course. I don't have the time, but anyhow." So I met my friend. She's a pianist. She's a Jewish woman from the beginning. And we were watching his movie. He has been like crawling into the war, like in the bombs. It's like, and there are, for example, this is so strong. They were pulling out a newborn baby out of this thing, and she was alive. And we were like crying like babies when we saw it, and we saw it once again. And then we tried to make music from our emotions immediately. I think we did the recording in just 1 hour, and it worked so fantastically. And now the movie is traveling all over the world. Ali is winning prizes everywhere, and I'm so happy about this thing. And I think, I really understood him and the war in a different way by that thing.
Thank you for helping him.
I think what we've seen a lot of today, starting off with 2 amazing girls from Sweden, and then 2 great guys from Kenya, and then people who've worked in Asia. And they've all kind of said it along the way, you know, music is a universal language, and they all might do it differently, and they might interact with it differently, but it touches every single one of our lives. And I think as this group of people sitting here, it's not just about making music for yourself, but how can you use your talents in other ways? You know, who thought Songlines would exist? I mean, you had an idea and you ran with it, and it gave you a purpose, and it's given you a connection to so many wonderful things. And you can also help people that have also been displaced. And maybe this is an opportunity for us to think about, as citizens of the world, how we can help other people you might not even know, people you might only meet once, but with our amazing creative tools, how can we get involved? What is it that we can do? And it might even just be learning where Syria is on a map and understanding the conflicts, because I think there's also a lot of misunderstanding about all these things, about different religions, about different cultures. And I think music is a wonderful gateway into understanding other people in a very non-confrontational way, in a truly emotional way. So with that, I'm going to open up to the floor. I appreciate this is not like a question-heavy panel, but if there's any comments or questions, dude, seriously.
Hi, I have a question for you, Hamsa.
Yeah, of course.
You know Diplo from Major Lazer? He has a company, a label called Mad Decent, and he recently signed a Syrian artist named Omar How do you pronounce it? Like Somali? I don't know how to pronounce it, but he has a Syrian. Wait. I'm gonna pull it up so I don't.
Omar Saleh.
Omar, yeah,
Suleiman.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and I love his music. It's really, really great, vibrant, and I want to ask you if you know any upcoming Syrian artists that we should listen to, like pay attention to.
To be honest, the funny things, I really appreciate your question, but I wanted to tell you something about Omar Saleh. Omar Saleh from some countries, the south, north. So yeah, from the north. This is my English. Excuse my English. It's 2 years. So yeah, his let's say very public music, very for countryside music. So this is really from that traditional music from that side of Syria, you know, and we really like a funny music, not an academic. And we shocked that it takes that place because it looks like a rap or something like this. Yeah. So it's to be honest, I'm not saying it's not good. It's kind of, and we respect all kinds, but this is not. You can say the Syrian music. The Syrian music, we have a lot of shape. Like in the classical music, we have a cantata, a concerto. We have a lot of types. But in Syria, we have muwashah, which is a poem singing in very hard scales and tempo. This is the really originally the Syrian music. You know, there is a lot. You can't imagine how many types, but he's lucky to get that, you know. Yeah, to be honest, I really respect him, but the problem is he give people this imagine about Arabic music or Syrian music, certainly, but it's not like this. Yeah. And for me, it's my pleasure to present any kind of music, especially Syrian one. I try to do that. And you ask me if you want to be like show the world another side of music through our music. What I studied in my higher institute. I studied music for 5 years, so I had a lot of types of music to study. Then it's my pleasure to present it in a beautiful way. Yeah, thank you for asking.
There's probably some on SoundCloud. Awesome. Well, can we have an amazing round of applause for these three fabulous people?
Thank you. Thanks for you also.
So, that wraps up SE Talks 2018. We got through it, visa crisis, stolen passports, illnesses and all. Thank you so much for your participation. It really means a lot. And I hope you got as much out of these as we did. So thank you very much to you guys.
Thank you.